And this is the week of love, and tonight we will feature a young couple who says they take their sacred vows seriously. For them, they say God is always at the center of their relationship, and they're encouraging others to do the same. Here's Jamila Mizik.
To love and to cherish. Nevar is a recruitment officer at the University of the Bahamas, and Marcia is a human resources officer at the Grand Bahama Port Authority. The Smiths will celebrate 5 years of marriage in October. Nevar says he believes it was divine intervention and connection that brought them together, because when he saw Marcia for the first time at church, he knew she was someone he had to get to know.
Left the church, didn't do anything about it, but as fate would have it, we ended up connecting on social media, and I said, okay, when I saw it come across, I'm like, okay, this is the same lady I've been meaning to talk to. So through that, I sent her a Facebook message, and we ended up going on a couple dates just through conversing on Facebook, and those dates led to marriage, and almost 5 years later, 2 kids.
Marcia says despite their first date not going as planned, she knew Nevar was someone special as well.
So he was invited to the police Christmas party. So we thought this was the formal Christmas party that we were attending. We were both dressed up. But turns out it was the children's Christmas party, and so I could see Nevar was, embarrassed at the time. He was like, I take out on a first date to the children's Christmas party. Santa, they're handing out gifts to the kids. But he was able to quickly think on his feet, and he was like, you know what, let's go to dinner. And we ended up going to Sabah that night, and he showed me in that moment like he was someone who could think quick on his feet and turn a situation around. And I was like, okay, there's some traits that I would want in my future spouse.
The two say they always keep God first and at the center of their relationship, and they have a shared vision for their lives and their family.
I really try to be intentional with treating her in the way that I want to be treated and everything, and be consistent with that, because like when we hear it, it sounds like a cliche, but sometimes we think about treating everybody in that way except our spouse, for those who are married. And then when it comes to your spouse, you're just like, oh yeah, whatever. But I didn't want to take on that type of attitude with my wife. And so when it comes to the unconditional love, the respect, the patience, the grace, the respect, etc. that I want, I really daily try to bring that to the table.
They admit that it is not always easy, but despite the difficult times, their marriage is a partnership, and they will continue to love and to cherish one another.
Even to this day, when we have challenges and disagreements, we would say, now let's remember our vows. Like, this isn't a joke. We said we would be committed to our marriage, for richer, for poor, better, for worse. Sickness and health until death do us part. So we hold one another accountable, and we encourage. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we slow it down a bit and try to talk and be transparent. Mm-hmm. And so it's gone a long way, because you're right. Making those adjustments in the beginning, it's brutal at times. Mm-hmm. You have 2 different personalities trying to mash everything.
And the good thing about it is both of us come from homes where we've seen marriages. Both of our parents have been married for over 30 years. My parents are approaching 40 years this month. And my grandparents have been married for over 70 years. Seeing those examples firsthand, and the commitment and the level of commitment through good times and bad. Because we've seen, I'm sure Nevar has seen in his parents' marriage and my parents' marriage, the good, the bad, and the ugly side of it. And, but we have decided that we made a commitment, and we're going to stick to it.
My extremely beautiful, amazing wife, always by my side, being supportive. I mean, I can never thank you enough, and I'll show you my appreciation, but believe me, it goes a long way. And I know from this point on, it's only up.
And you have proven to be an awesome husband, even in the bad times and the hard times. And so I love you, and I appreciate you, and I thank God for you daily.
I love you too.
Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.